Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Monday, March 28th, 2016, and this is Texan TV News from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. I am Rebecca Hernandez, and here are today's top stories. In campus news on April 2nd, Tarleton State University will kick off its Texan Team Up Week. This is a full week of activities dedicated to the university core value of service. Starting on Saturday, students, faculty, and staff help local residents with everything from washing windows to mowing lawns as part of a legendary event known as Roundup Week. Thursday, April 7th, all classes will be canceled, and students and staff and faculty are encouraged to participate in the first ever service day. For more information on Texans Team Up, visit tarleton.edu/TexanTeamUp. In local news, according to the Stephenville Empire Tribune, a small plane crashed and injured the two people on board on Saturday near the Lewis Taylors. Stephenville resident Richard Abalia was piloting the plane along with his son, Aaron Abalia, who is a junior at Stephenville High School. DPS spokesman Dub Gilliam said that the pair was traveling from Dallas when the plane ran out of gas and crashed. Both father and son were transported by air to the John Peter Smith Hospital. They are reported to have serious but non-life-threatening injuries. In state news, a 13-year-old girl in Budai, Texas, died Saturday after being hit by a freight train. Police in Budai say Stanley Yakos was hit by walking along the tracks with a friend. The train was traveling northbound at 47 miles per hour when the conductor saw the girls on the tracks. A crew member on the Union Pacific train said that he saw the girls and blew the horn, but the victim was still struck. The friend that was with Yakos is also 13 years old and is unharmed. In national news, Syrian government forces recaptured the ancient city of Palmyra on Sunday, according to an important victory over Islamic State fighters, who waged a 10-month reign of terror there and dealing the group in its first major defeat since the international agreement to the battle in terrorism in the fractured nation took effect last year. The city, known to Syrians as the Bride of the Desert, is famous for its 2,000-year-old ruins that once drew tens of thousands of visitors each year before its destruction of many monuments. The extent of the destruction remained unclear. Bashar Assad described the Palmyra operation as a significant achievement, offering new evidence of the effectiveness of the strategy espoused by the Syrian army and its allies in the war against terrorism. Government forces have advanced on numerous fronts in recent months and aided by a Russian air campaign. Moscow announced earlier this month that it would begin drawing down its forces, but said it will continue to target ISIS and other extremist groups. In international news, officials say that the 31 people killed in Tuesday's terror attacks in Brussels have been identified. Meanwhile, many people in the capital city try to find normalcy amid the grief. For more, we turn to the video from the Associated Press.
Amid the grief over Tuesday's terror attack in Belgium, there is solidarity, too, at Brussels' Place de la Bourse. It's an important gathering point for those who want to reflect on the attack, weigh its enormity, and think about the victims. One question for locals and visitors alike: what will it take for life to return to normal?
We want to live our life. We want to show the Belgian people that of course we can come to Brussels. Of course we can see the city.
Most of Tuesday's victims were Belgian, but nearly a dozen were foreigners. The process of identifying the victims is almost complete.
We had 31 bodies taken out of the crime scene. Among those 31, we have the 3 bombers. So there were 28 bodies left to identify. And from those 28, we've identified 24 of them.
A solidarity march had been scheduled for Sunday, but it's been canceled at the request of the government, which says police are stretched thin due to the investigation. Organizers say they understand.
If there is any risk, we have to cancel, and we will postpone it. And there will be demonstration, organized or not organized, because people need to be together.
Belgian prosecutors say 3 men have been arrested and are now facing terror charges. A fourth, who was taken into custody Friday after he was shot by police, is being held for at least another 24 hours. Ned Barker, The Associated Press.
For more of today's national and international news, we take a look at the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. Pakistan is observing 3 days of mourning after a massive suicide bombing killed dozens of Christians who were celebrating Easter. A faction of the Taliban that supports the Islamic State group claims it carried out the attack. Fire swept through an apartment building in Denver late Sunday night. Early reports say at least 2 people were critically injured, while others were either rescued from the second floor or forced to jump. The owners of a duplex near Dallas say a demolition company knocked down their home as they were considering repairs following recent tornado damage. The demolition company's owner says a mistake was made and he's going to make it right. And the North Carolina Tar Heels and Syracuse Orange are headed to the NCAA Men's Final Four. The basketball teams face each other in Houston Saturday. The other game features Villanova against Oklahoma. Matt Small, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
The sun is out and shining today, and Texan TV reporter Sydney Burns has today's weather forecast.
Thanks, Rebecca. Like she said, today is going to be yet another beautiful and sunny day here in Stephenville. It is currently 55 degrees with winds out of the southeast at about 10 miles per hour. By this afternoon, the temperature should warm up to about 70 degrees. Tonight, we'll see clear skies and lows in the 50s. Make sure you enjoy the sunshine today because we could see rain and thunderstorms later on this week. Back to you.
Thank you, Sydney. Today's broadcast was produced by Sydney Burns and Alejandra Aguin. Be sure to follow Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net. And tune in tomorrow for the latest news from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.